All right, everybody, this is Herman, aka the Haitian CEO, and welcome to another episode of the Execute podcast. This has been a while. I don't know why this hasn't been done in a long time, but finally, one of the first people that taught me the game of actually running a business, Marcus Barney, aka Him500. Welcome to the show, my guy.
My brother, I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. It's been a minute. Listen, so There's the energy and the vibe for today's conversation. You've been interviewed 100 times, so I know this is light work for you, but I want to talk about some nitty gritty. I want to get a little bit uncomfortable because the people are going to be like, oh, why are you throwing some softball questions? Yeah. So we're going to talk today, all right?
Yeah.
We're going to talk today. Execute.
We got to talk about execution.
So for the people that don't know you, talk about Marcus. I know you out from California. Talk about your mom, a little bit of your upbringing before we get into the business talk.
Upbringing, I got blessed early on with opportunities. Sometimes something in me made me execute on different things in my life. So 16, I worked in telesales. 18, got my real estate license. Them two things, those two experiences catapulted me to be able to have the courage to chase entrepreneurship, but have different skill sets to go into different things. So whether it was going into car sales, whether it was going on, doing online sales with Craigslist and flipping cars and reselling them, like the skill sets from those experiences that I had early on that I was blessed with allowed me to build one of the biggest online communities when it comes to entrepreneurship. Being able to do over $35 million before I'm 35. Crazy. Strictly off of those skill sets and those experiences from my upbringing, my background. Two things changed everything in my life was 16-year-old learning telesales, confidence to talk, 18 learning real estate, realizing what, getting into the professional world, wearing suits and things like that.
And that was it. That's interesting. Those two things
are foundational. They're super foundational. Yep.
Did you ever have a job?
Yep.
Okay.
I worked in a warehouse. I worked in a warehouse before when times got hard. One thing about it is that we can execute. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, I fell on some hard times, something about money. And I said, money gonna come and go. The information, knowledge, and experiences you'll never be able to replace.
Right.
Money can come and go. Money can slow up. You may have to go pivot and do something else.
Yeah.
So at one point, I fell on hard times. I ended up working in the warehouse for like 2 years.
Wow.
Not 2 years, maybe a year and a half.
Probably a year and a half. That was an experience for you too that made you into who you are right now?
100%. It humbled me because in order, everything in my life, everything is like when we say execute, this is the Execute podcast. So when you talk about execute, you have to execute not for the sake of the success or the victory. Sometimes it's for the sake of the experience.
And the lesson, yeah.
If I wouldn't have got humbled, I wouldn't respect my position I was in now. I wouldn't have stair-stepped how I did to build up to what I got now. I already had a condo, already had a G-class Benz, fell on my face. Ended up working in the warehouse, driving a 96 Cougar, working with people who prioritized and idolized working a 9-to-5 job, making $32,000 a year, saying that they can buy a house and have 2 kids and raise their family and be good. Their wife got a good job. They got a good job. They bought a house, $200,000. This is it for me.
This is it for me. I reached the top. I made it.
And I'm like, not $32,000 a year. They was making $32 an hour. And I said, but that's it. And then I seen people who like going to Hawks games.
Right.
And the Falcons games and tailgating. And that's what they was into. They get by, struggle a little bit. If their car break down, they hurting. But weekends, they going, they tailgating. They're part of that community. And that was their life. And I said, damn, you got so jaded and disconnected from society and forgot about what the core principles and that people out here don't desire what you desire. You've been blessed with something that is only on you. You've been blessed with to seek, and you want to have wealth, and you want to have all these things, and you realize Rolls Royces exist. You realize,
right.
But that's not everybody. Respect that you've been blessed with the ambition to want to chase something, because everybody don't want to chase that, and it's not wrong. And don't look at people who don't chase and want what you want as wrong. Just realize that there's a community and a certain person for you, and that you have to be around to exist where you want to exist.
So that's interesting. You came up with that mindset, like, yo, I want a regular job. I just want to, you know what I'm saying, have my 2.5 kids and a dog, but you saw some things and you was like, I want that instead.
I didn't come up with that mindset.
Oh, you never did?
No, that was somebody I worked with had that mindset. That shit was never for me.
And you was like, nah, I can't.
No.
When you knew this wasn't for me, right? And you know this is gonna be clipped up and somebody gonna say something about it. What do you think, or what do you say to people who are like, nah, bro, do you say, hey, there's more out there? Or do you be like, yo, whatever makes you happy? How do you handle people who like, yo, bro, I went to school, I got a good job, I'm happy?
Somebody could work at McDonald's and be happier than somebody that make $1 million a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts.
If they're content with their lifestyle and they're happy in their environment,
mm-hmm.
It's not. There's certain things that we desire, and I started to realize when a man who got 5 million and a man who got 50 million is the same man.
Okay.
You can travel. You gonna live in. You could. If I make 50 million a year and somebody make 5 million a year, we both gonna have very nice houses.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be able to travel how we want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna dress how we want to dress. We'll be able to do things that we want to do in our life.
Right.
You start to realize that what people want out of life is what they've been exposed to,
mm-hmm.
and what their experiences are. So some people look and say, yo, I'm happy to come home to my wife and we get to be free on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And on the weekends, we go to my cousin's house, we play spades.
Yeah.
We get to go out to eat on Wednesdays. I own my house. Guess what? They don't stress. They're financially secure in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they're okay. And they can raise children in this environment to reduplicate and replicate who they are. And a lot of times the outside distractions get it confused and be like, I want that. I need to go be a multimillionaire. And it's like, you can, but what's the reason? And is it because it's something you desire? For me, I've always been into nice things. I've always liked nice cars. That's me. Mm-hmm. But that ain't everybody.
Right.
Everybody don't want a Richard Mille.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does not want it. But for me, growing and maturing, I had to identify that. Mm-hmm. But I only learned based off of my experiences that, hey, allow them to be who they are. But you can help them still, even from my position now, is that, well, just help them be secure.
Okay.
They can understand financial literacy and go, okay, I just need to have a proper budget. I need to understand how to keep, my affairs in order. I need to know how to pass down income. I need to know how to pass down my real estate and the things that I do acquire. And I need to know how to properly train my kids so they can sustain what we've built. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it took me experiencing the things I experienced to realize, like, it's okay to go make $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year if your lifestyle matches it.
Got you.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't want to jump on a private jet and fly private jets and wear Rolexes and make $100,000 a year. Yeah. Your lifestyle won't match that. You're going to have to up the ante and get some money.
Right. You know what's funny? I was having a conversation with a couple of my friends, and they were kind of saying that. It's like, listen, man, everybody doesn't, like, just like college ain't for everybody, entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. But I've been to a place where I didn't have, and I have a place of abundance. So I want to pick abundance. So when you say you don't want it, it's weird to me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I was like, my greatest gift, I'd be like, I have time freedom, right? I may not have tens and millions of dollars, but I can do what like you said, the guy that make 5 million, he's cool, right? I can do what I want. And I want that for you. I was like, yo, I want to be able to do that for you. So like, I can't travel with my friends like I wanted to before. Because before they're like, Thursday, Friday, we out. No, bro, I'm leaving on Tuesday. Right? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm leaving on Wednesday. Or I drop in a group chat, hey, who want to go here with me? But they can't because they got a 9 to 5. So, and then sometimes like, no, guys, like, this is why it's different on this side because I get time freedom. Yeah. Entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. But like you said, your desires and your dream have to match what you decided.
Yeah. And that time freedom, that time freedom part is, I'm going to play devil's advocate because I agree with everything you said. But it's relative too.
Facts.
Because you could leave on Wednesday and I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in a worse position because I have more structure in my life? See, I wake up every day at 6 a.m. and work out.
Mm-hmm.
I eat this. My body's together. My sleep is together. See, a lot of things that correlate with even with health and the life that we live, sometimes we don't realize on like how great a structure is.
Mm-hmm.
See, us as entrepreneurs, like I'm now finding structure to where it's like go to sleep at a certain time. Start to study, like I study my sleep and see how important it is. And now I can see how I feel. I can see how I think, how I talk, how I feel, my mood. And I go, I get how important structure is, but it's a blessing to have time freedom because I can build my own structure.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's a gift and a curse because I can go. And when the opportunity is there, I will go.
Yeah.
And I'm going.
And
yeah,
I'm
you're
out.
right. We were going to go on Thursday, but I'm going to go Wednesday, get there a little bit early. They got a nice spot that's jumping on Wednesday.
Facts.
I'm going early. I'm going to relax and chill. But that's a blessing. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you realize that it's a gift or it's a gift or a curse. It just depends on what angle you look at it at.
Right.
And that's what I've been trying to kind of like, for me, is putting myself in different perspectives. You know what I mean? To be a leader, to be a mentor, I have to be great at identifying other perspectives for people, whether it's something I agree with or not.
When you're teaching the masses, right, do you focus on speaking to everyone or people who just want what you want? Like me, I had to help you understand what I'm saying is I had to adjust to, I can't save everyone. Right. And because me, when I got this information about credit and funding and entrepreneurship, I was running back to them. I'm like, yo, this is lit. Da, 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 da. Nah, this is a scam. Nah, this is that. I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay, I can't save everybody. Like,
Yep.
all right, do you still teach everybody, whoever come?
Nope.
Or are you speaking to a specific population?
Fuck a lot of these niggas. That's the reality.
Mm-hmm.
All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Mm.
And that hurt. And that was one of the hardest pills for me to swallow.
Mm.
That the people you do it for don't care. They don't care.
Dang.
And it's like you start to realize that you'll get more pain from showing love than just being selfish and understanding and separating and causing separation. I have to segregate people. That's why my price points are where they are. That's why I talk to people in the manners of which I do. But I'm realizing I'm at a point where I have to separate people because some people aren't mentally capable of understanding or believing what's possible.
Mm-hmm.
And you are not allowed, and I can't allow you in the tank with people who do.
Mm.
It does not match.
And the price point separates them.
Price point separates them. And the reason why I deal with people at a higher price point is I teach for free. YouTube, Instagram.
Mm-hmm. TikTok, it's everywhere.
It's free. Interviews, things like that. I'll give you information for free. I'll do master classes for free.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a point where, though, it separates. And the reason being is because there's somebody out there who everybody, what they want, financial freedom. They want good credit. They have a good business idea. They want to be able to retire, buy their mama house. They want to be able to take care of their family. They want to be able to take care of their kids. And they have the ambition, quote unquote, to do what it takes. They're the chosen one. They're the one who everybody relies on. They're the smart one in their family. They're the one. This is a lot of people. The only reason and the only time they get separated is by the ones who are willing to execute.
Yeah.
And how do you know the ones who's willing to execute? Because they may not have reached their potential or even a scratch at their potential, but they're maintaining their life.
Mm-hmm.
They're able to still go to work and generate an income. They're able to actually live a decent life. They're actually able to create and have some kind of savings plan. I don't care if they have a good credit, they have some credit cards put up and have funds put up for emergencies. If they got $5,000-$10,000 saved up for emergencies, they have a roof over their head. They're able to come up with income. Why? Because they're trying and they're constantly putting forth effort. If somebody says, I ain't got nothing,
right,
you have mental traumas that you have to overcome, and there's things and blockages in your life that I'm not fighting with you. And I'm not the one to fight that battle with you. There's somebody out there to spiritually help you. There's therapists out there to help you. And you have to identify and find them and figure out, what do I need to heal inside of me that allows me to go, I'm not willing to drive for Uber. I'm not willing to do I should be willing to sacrifice whatever it takes. And then I should be willing to go, okay, let me manage this as an adult.
Right.
Let me have control over my finances to see where's bleeding at, what's not working. And even if it's rough right now, let me continuously figure out how to make it better. It might not be the best, but it's not where I ain't got $1.
Right.
Okay, well, how long have you not had nothing?
What have you done?
And what did you change? And it's like, yo, you can drive for Uber. The top 10%, 25% of people that drive for Uber make $70,000 a year. You can make the money that you need to make, and it's not to invest into self-education, it's to maintain your foundational life. And those are the people who are willing to make those sacrifices that I can help, because you're already willing to sacrifice and make sacrifices to get to the next level, to at least maintain some level of adulthood.
Right.
Outside of that, you get people that's just like, oh, it's fake. You can't be real. Everything online is not real. Everything is fake. I'm sorry. That's a disbelief, and it's almost cognitive dissonance, because you don't feel like you're capable of achieving it. My Richard Mille is photoshopped in, or it's fake. I'm not a crack baby. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was a crack baby. I was born in a shelter. Like, that's not me. I didn't go buy a private jet. No. I don't have a $5 million house. No. He did not retire his mom. He did not buy his mom a house. No. That's all fake. This is all on the internet. None of this happened in real life. You think people in their mindset, they think it's all a scam, it's fake.
But it's
Photoshop.
But you said something interesting. You said they have to deal with their trauma. So somebody scammed them, somebody hurt their feelings, somebody did them wrong at some point where they think it's not possible.
Yeah.
And this is where I try. I don't have a God complex, but I'm like, no, guys, it is possible. I'm proof of it. I used to be a social worker. My parents are first generation. My parents don't have no type of formal education. It is possible, but so for me, when people are born here, and I'm like, y'all got these opportunities, and my parents kind of figured it out, and y'all didn't. I'm like, I squint my eye. I'm like, what happened? And so definitely addressing the trauma is important. You keep saying the word sacrifice.
Yeah.
What if you sacrifice for this?
Shit, I'm gonna sacrifice my life. I almost died.
You almost died? Oh, okay. All right. Seriously.
Bro, you see, I was 370 pounds. Like I was so focused on one thing. Like I tell, like, this is why I know, and I don't, like how I said, people don't have nothing. I don't want to work with. They need to find some help somewhere else, something else they need to address. Yeah. I'm not faulting you, because everybody has flaws and lack thereof, and things that they don't execute on, or things that they don't perform how they should. With me, I locked so much in financially and found something that was working and figured out and was so dedicated to it, I didn't pay attention to my health. It was a lack of discipline there. And because it was a lack of discipline and attention there, I get to 370 pounds sleeping on a CPAP machine. It's heart stopping when I'm in stop breathing and heart fluttering in my sleep. I'm on the verge of like dying. Catch COVID at my wedding.
What?
Spent 7 days in the hospital.
I didn't know that. Whoa.
Like, and it was not, and this is why I understand, like, I'm not never shaming anybody for they haven't flourished yet. Because because it's things that you got to overcome.
100%.
Bro, my lack of discipline almost cost me my life when it came to my health. Okay, you made all this money, but
you dead at 30, right?
It's over.
It's over.
You sitting here, you can't get on rides with your kids. It's uncomfortable when you flying on airplanes. You can't button the seatbelt buckling. Like, there's a lot of things walking. It's a lot of things that you can't do that's unfair for everything that you've built. And that comes to a lack of discipline. So for me, I look at it, I go, listen, nobody is above flaws.
Right.
Nobody is above a lack of discipline, but sometimes you have to shift and focus on the money. Sometimes you have to shift and focus on healing and coming over, recovering your traumas. Sometimes you got to shift and you got to be focused more so on your health. For the last 1.5, 2 years, I've been more so, for 3 years now, I've been more focused on my health and learning there, because I've mastered and I learned my finance side. But but it's different times. But because of my lack of discipline,
you're in a better position. What was the aha moment where you was like, oh shit, I gotta do something drastic. I gotta get in the gym. What was it? What happened? And I know T was like, nah, we gotta do something.
Bro, you was there.
What?
Vegas.
Recession Proof conference.
Yep. Bro, I couldn't make it through the conference, bro. I was tired. Like, I was sick. I don't know. People was getting sick. I don't know if I got COVID or what, but I felt like shit, and I felt like it was because of my weight. So I blamed it on my weight. I'm like, yo, nah, it's changing now.
Really? You couldn't get through the conference?
Bro, if you, like, day one of the conference, we did it, got off stage. I had to go get IVs, vitamin IVs and stuff. And, like, I'm in the bed. I couldn't move.
Wow.
Out of it. I get a vitamin IV, double my bag up. They juice me up. I get up and go to Dre's.
That's what it took.
Come back, down again. Bro, I done got, the next day to get through with Magic Johnson and everybody, I did 2 IVs during the day.
Oh, wow.
For energy and stuff to
Yeah.
After that, it's over. I'm back to the room. It's over.
Because I remember you shut down right after that. Right after that, you was going for like a month.
Yep.
And post, it was nothing.
Bro, I was gone, bro, because I realized my health, and my daughter, it's crazy, I never forget it, because she's there and she kind of helping me. But I remember, like, she's like, Dad, how you feel? This, that. And she just kept checking on me, and I'm just thinking, like, damn, like, I got all these people in Vegas, but fuck everybody. This little girl, if something happened to me,
yeah, bro,
world is crushed.
Yeah.
I'm her right hand. Mama is cool. Daddy is life. This where it's at. I'm like, I'm sitting there going, And we like, June 9th, I went and did gastric surgery.
You got it done. How have you been feeling since? Best decision ever?
Bro, listen, I went through, because people watch and they're going to watch, and people are on the gate that's thinking about it. And they'd be like, oh, yes, best decision ever, right? The surgery is cheap.
Oh, okay.
$10,000.
Light work.
Bro, I'm from the die over here for $10,000, what I thought, right? I said, this is crazy. The aftercare is expensive because I'm doing vitamin IVs every week. I'm doing, my herbalist, what I got to eat, paying attention to it. That's when it gets expensive. Is the maintenance. The maintenance of like, okay, now you got to eat a certain way, certain things like that. And then over time, now I'm in a position where I'm able to eat regular and back to it, but it's just maintained. But it's the best decision I ever made. But I was a point where I went through where I had regret. Where I regretted it and was like, damn, did I take the easy way out?
Really? Okay. Look at you getting all intimate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't see that coming.
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
You felt you took the easy way out? Personally, you feel that?
Yep. Bro, but it was like, because I'm like, yo, just go work out. Like, focus in, lock in. And I remember having trainers come to the house. I built the whole gym. Bro, I can't.
You can't do it.
I couldn't. It was not coming off. It was like, I didn't have the information I have now.
Got you.
Bro, I learned so much about blood work, the things I eat. Like, it was so many things that I was ignorant to. but it's just a lack of discipline to go and learn. You don't have a fucking excuse. But you could have learned.
But you just said something. You were disciplined enough to build a 6 and 7 and 8-figure business. Why doesn't that discipline transfer to other areas of your life? To those people listening, like, why doesn't it shift?
It's just like some people are. Look at a lot of people are in very good shape. Mm-hmm. They have major discipline when it comes to this because they study and learn this. This becomes a life.
Got you.
When it came to business and what I figured out over here, this became a life. So it's not a thing of, oh yeah, you can do both. For me, it's always like when you lock in, you eat, breathe, sleep, shit, what you locked in on. Mm-hmm. When I'm building and I was working and I'm on this what I'm on. This is it.
This is it.
I'm trying to work out, but this is partial. Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about learning and studying this because I got to study and learn this. So my brain capacity, I only got one brain. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter. 24 hours in a day, you got one brain. Mm-hmm. You only got so much of it you can use. It's a muscle. Mm-hmm. It's just reality. You can't use it 10, 15, 20 different ways and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be a master at this and a You can't. And execute, it's only so much you can do. So that's where I feel like I dropped the ball. Well, I didn't drop the ball, but that's where I felt like I took the easy way out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's pivot to business a little bit, right? And the first question I want to ask when you're pivoting to business, you turn 6 to 7, 7 to 8, right? Those two jumps, is it the same work, the same effort, or was it something different that had to change your mindset, your business acumen that turned you from 6 to 7? Because there's people that are at 6 right now, they're trying to get to 7. Mm-hmm. They're at 7 right now trying to get to 8. Yeah. What is the mindset of the shift that has to happen? What take you to the next level?
Bro, it's definitely a difference. So from 6 to 7, you can go from 6 to 7 on muscle. Mm-hmm.
You grind it out.
You can hustle out and you can just run wrong, the wrong way. You could do it. You could do everything wrong if you have momentum and enough grind. You will not get to 8 without understanding business, systems, operations, structure. You have to build an entity out. Can you get lucky? Yes, but will it sustain? No. Will the average? Some people can go out and hit something online and it just takes off. The average person will need to put proper SOPs in place. They will need to put proper staff in place. I don't care if you got a fractional CFO, if you have, you're going to need somebody HR, somebody over your hiring, and you need an integrator, right? So for me, it's like things that were super important was like integrator was something that was super important to integrate all the new things that was coming. They had to understand all of the business operations. Mm-hmm. So when something new comes, if I say, okay, we're going to be doing, I got Recession Proof Capital. So since I got Recession Proof Capital now, we need to integrate. Here, this needs to be on every single website. This needs to be here. Okay, when we dropping links for this need to go into curriculums and put it here. Anytime somebody got something new to bring to the company, take it to this person. They know to take it. Okay, this needs to go on video courses. This person does that. It was certain things that was super pivotal. Then I bring in HR. That comes in and goes, okay, yeah. You want to build a team out, but you don't even know how to pay.
Ooh, wow. You know how to pay people, right?
Oh, yeah. You want to go to 9 figures? Cool. You paying somebody $1 million a year right now. That should only be making $150,000 a year.
A year.
You're bleeding your own company dry. So you got to fire one of your main people.
Damn.
Because I started out and said, well, look, you sell for me, I give you 10%. Mm-hmm. Well,
but that was the wrong model.
Yeah, because I was doing $10,000 a month. Cool. I want $20,000 a month. Cool. $1 million a month. Not cool.
1.3,
1.6, 2.3.
Time out. We're going to get back to the show. But listen, we have to talk about Bella Sloan Academy, the dopest mentorship on the internet. Listen, in this mentorship, we're going to teach you game. We want to put you in position for the win. And we have created a dope community of like-minded people and entrepreneurs just like you. We have 5, that's right, 5 live Zoom calls per month. Not just your regular videos that you can watch later. No, we want to touch you and we want to talk to you. In these 5 Zoom calls, you have your accountability call. You have your credit repair call. You have your business funding call. Listen, I don't know everything, so I get masterminds to come and teach you guys about credit, real estate, and other businesses that include trust, life insurance to put you in position for the win. This is only $50 per month. That's right. This investment is super, super low. Put yourself in position. Back to the show. Started getting crazy. It wasn't making sense anymore.
Oh, you had a hustle.
Right.
And now it's became an empire and you have not created the business.
Business behind it.
You got lucky to get to the 7, but you ain't going to 8 until you structure this right, or you're not going to see profit. It don't matter if you make 8, you won't have it.
You won't have it.
So let's learn how to hire and properly structure out your team members.
Right.
Go back into experiences. Everybody doesn't want to be me. That comes back into when I said people who are looking for good employment. Mm-hmm. This helped me become a good boss. And to build out a team to go to 7 to 8 figures, you must understand, okay, I'm not hiring for the benefit of my business. I'm hiring for the benefit of us. Mm-hmm. This is a relationship.
Yeah.
I know what a good employee and a good team member can do for my business. But now I need to think, what will my business do for a good employee and team member? For them in their personal life. Hey, how you said, my friends can't leave they got to leave on Thursday. Okay, well, can they get Monday off too? Whereas once a quarter, I'm going to give you Thursday and Monday off. And I'll give you a bonus for your kids' sports. Do you want to buy a house? Can I contribute? What are your personal goals that you're working towards to where you can have that? To where I don't conflict with the things that you want out of life
versus what I want from this business.
And those are things when you hire and you building a team out, is that you have to take into consideration.
So you're trying to get to 9 figures right now, right? So it's systems, it's operations, workflows, SOPs. Definitely agree. I didn't turn into 7 figures until I hired Damaris, and she came from Amazon, so she has systems in her brain. So now to get to $100 million, what does that take? Because what's the point of doing it if you're not trying to get to 100 million?
Yeah. Prospectively, for me, yes, okay. But some people gonna be like, I don't want 100 million, right? Nah, but bro, so it's a journey, bro. And what I'm realizing is to get to 100 million, it will not be off my efforts. It will be a collective. And it will be riding off of other people's efforts.
Okay.
Partnerships, investments, owning my companies, my businesses have to contribute. So how I've been getting included in deals is because of my strong suits. Mm-hmm. So they see my strong presence on social media.
Right.
My understanding of social media. So I may get deals where, let's say, it's crazy. I just got a deal, crazy deal. Like we just got out of a meeting yesterday. I can't really say numbers here, but company essentially is like, yo, we just raised $5 million. Mm-hmm. We had the value of about. They raised $5 million and the value is $50 million or something like that. Where they raising for?
Right.
So okay, and like we want to give you X amount to come in and control and help with the social media aspect and our marketing campaigns. And I'm like, okay, and I'm like, well, what's the contributing factor? You teach this. This product matches with it.
Right.
So since this product matches with it, I'm willing to bring you in and go. Just off of my social media influence over a certain industry, over the credit industry. Right, so you imagine partnering with banks. and going with deals and doing different bank products. And they're like, well, you got a lot of influence into that space.
Right.
Let's do a deal.
Where you are right now, your stature, are you doing like, all right, just give me 10,000, or are you doing equity deals? What are you doing when it comes to Him500 as a brand or Recession Proof as a brand when people want to partner with you?
Him500 as a brand, I'm not partnering with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I got a partnership program. It costs $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, and you got to have 7 staff, and you got to already be doing $1 million.
Got you.
And we'll partner I'll partner with you. On the Him500 side, that's that. Other than that, it's equity in bigger companies, or I'm investing. Coming in and bringing not only am I investing capital, but I'm also investing my value.
Mm-hmm.
So the deals, like certain deals I sit at the table with now, is like my value and capital. So you look at Vomos.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Vomos. It's a tech company. It's a travel company. Well, with Vomos is my influence. I invested influence and capital. But the evaluation of the business,
right?
Evaluation is now over from when I got in. I think it like 2 times.
Nice. Is the plan to exit Vomos, or that's just a long-term play?
Yeah, of course.
We'll see.
Of course. Everything is out, but it's a tech company.
Mm-hmm.
So I understood getting into different industries, because my personal brand is one thing, but other brands and other companies I got to be involved with if I'm gonna get to 100 million. It got
several partnerships. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Several partnerships. So my two company names after my daughter: Bella Sloan Enterprises, Olivia Monroe Enterprises. Right. Mm-hmm. So they're basically the namesakes. They're my babies as far as I'm concerned. So I never thought, and I should, because before I knew business, I never thought of building a business to sell it. Right. Mm-hmm. So you've built Recession Proof. Right. How old is Recession Proof now?
6 years old.
6 years old. And let's take a put a dot in it real quick. I remember, was it the second conference I came to, or was it the first? At the Crown Hotel.
First.
That was the first one.
That was the first one.
Like 30, 40, 50 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I had a front row seat to see this, y'all. It's the craziest thing to watch it live. The conference went from 30 people in a room to 3,000 people in a room. From we could talk about this now, when you was doing a couple dollars, and then you was and I was teaching one of your classes online, and you was like, yeah, hop back on the Zoom, and you was like, yo, Herm, I'm gonna do $250,000 in 60 days. Like, here's the blueprint. Here's how. You remember that conversation,
bro? Listen, you know every step of the way.
Yeah,
you know every step of the financial game where it's like, yo, I did this, and okay, 100,000.
Right.
$1 million
I did this,
month.
$1 million month, and then that Black Friday, right? I watched it. I watched it happen. So you built an incredible brand in the past almost decade, right? You can see yourself selling Recession Proof?
No, bro. So listen, bro, Recession Proof got mad at me, bro, when we did the merger with EYL.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lack of understanding of what it was, but it was almost like I'm taking over their business.
Taking over who business? EYL business?
Over the EYL University.
Okay. For
operational side, to bring it into operations, nothing was changing with Recession Proof.
Mm-hmm.
People thought I was letting Recession Proof go because their name was the primary.
Right.
And I'm like...
So you feel that was a bad business move? Or bad branding move?
Bad branding move.
Okay.
The business move was great. The branding move wasn't, because my members championed this.
Got you.
They don't give a fuck about nobody else's name.
Got you.
Y'all got that, nigga. This us. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
So the branding wasn't. They didn't understand. It wasn't. The branding caused confusion, and not realizing the operations was here. It's us.
It's us.
And that caused a lot of confusion amongst the members. That's like, okay, because now I'm getting messages like, yo, can we come back? Like, is it back with the old? Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, yo, y'all never had to leave. What are we talking about here?
Right. And this is one thing about business, how key branding is to your business and the community that you've built. Like, you can't alienate them. I'm glad I learned that real early. Like, so like my Facebook group, we call them the executors, because you got the Vikings. So I remember when you told me that, he's like, yo, you got to name them something.
Yep.
At my conference that we had, I am an executor. Everybody got a T-shirt, so they feel this family situation going on. Now, the business model is interesting, right? And I'm so mad I'm late to the business model, because when you went subscription 18 months ago, I think I was like, he crazy. I'm not, because I was doing it $1,000. I'm gonna tell you a story about that real quick. So my mentorship was $1,000, and it was just for the videos, evergreen. And I remember when you went to $97 a month, I was like, you tripping. I'm not giving this away for $97. All my hard earned work, 100 of videos. And I remember, bro, we was doing like 20, 30,000 a month off of it, maybe 40 on a good month. Passively, like, all right, they clicking the link, they purchasing. They're in the Facebook group, they happy. And then one month, Damaris was like, yeah, man, I think we down like the last 2 months, we did 6,000 or 7,000. I was like, what? That mean only 6 people purchased something? And I looked at your model. I was like, damn, man, we might have to go subscription. This is terrible. I didn't want to do this. So all about marketing, piped it all up. Black Friday, $49, $50. That's what my mentorship is. We sold 1,000 that day, right? And now, by accident, I created another 7-figure business, right? Which is super, super dope. Shout out to the executors at Sloan Academy. Started a whole new thing.
And the value is there, and it's low ticket, where it doesn't break their pocket all at one time. All
at one time.
It's a slow payment, and I can actually get access. I'm giving you the value. I'm giving you access to everything that you need. And you don't have to go, here go 2,000.
Right. And what I love about it, now I got this extra capital. They don't know this, but I put it right back into them, because now we can get top tier speakers. We do quarterly events where they come through for free. We do masterminds for free, because y'all already paying into this community. But as a group, it's kind of like y'all fundraise for Sloan Academy. Y'all putting it right back in, so the community actually turned into something super, super dope. But bro, as I've been learning in business, you get a subscription that's big enough, somebody got to knock on your door. You telling me there's no number that anybody could come to you? Intuit, American Express, they can't come to you, be like, here's 100?
Nah, bro, I figured what I realized is that I couldn't sell it. This isn't the business I can sell. We can sell Vomos.
Got you.
I can sell Recession Proof Capital. I can sell a couple other little companies I got that I don't forward face brand. Recession Proof is on me.
Is that a bad thing though?
Nah.
Where Recession Proof is Him500. Is that a bad thing?
It is, and it's not. It's not, because of what I've been able to accomplish, what I've been able to build in the relationships. People don't realize that this is recession proof. This relationship was built off recession proof.
Facts.
When I took over and did the deal with EYL University, I literally was like, I wanted to be behind the scenes and just control the business. I started learning the business operations so much. That's all I wanted to do. Bro, it sucked. I wanted to get back and teach the people and get back with the people. I need to connect with people and build. That's who I am. So when I didn't do it and I try to go and do the behind the scenes business, I'm fighting all my health complications and doing all this health stuff. I'm like, okay, well, just get behind the scenes, work the business moves. You can control the marketing. You understand all the funnels, all the systems, how everything need to go. You win. Bro, I got behind the scenes. Not only did it fail and not go how I wanted it to go, I didn't enjoy it. I'm like, nah.
Why'd you call it a failure? Why'd you think that didn't
work? Not failure. When I say it
didn't go the way you wanted. Why didn't it go the way you wanted? What did you want?
Because I didn't enjoy it.
Because you didn't enjoy it.
If I don't enjoy it, it's like, what am I doing here?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And I see that you're back outside. You're back in the trenches. You're back. The 20 versus 1 challenge you're doing. Yo, Herm, send me a video. Recession Proof is back. Yeah. Are you happy now going back to the people, and you like doing it this way?
I feel good doing this. I feel good talking to people, seeing where people at, getting into it. Like,
teaching
come on,
is fun, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the connections, because it's like it keeps me on my toes, because people always got an idea, good or bad. Great. Oh, you should do like this. Why? I'll help you, because you're helping me. We're thinking together.
Right.
That was dumb. Well, we're gonna make it smart.
Let's make it smart.
I get to go through it with you.
Right.
What did you do? Wait, how you do that? Yeah, that's good. It's a resource here. I got something I can plug you with like this. it's so many opportunities get created. So for me, that's always been like the goal. That's why Recession Proof is like a family, is because I was always connected with everybody. Everybody's connected. The energy that we pass amongst each other is different. So it's like, yo, I miss that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why when I said that, it's like, I like that. So for me personally, I'm like, I'm not fulfilled in this.
Got you. All right, here's the viral clip right here. You are a scammer.
Yes.
All right, this is a clip right here. He's gonna clip. My guy gonna clip it up for me. You are a scammer. It's been posted everywhere. People trolling. You guys can go look on it. Look on the internet. How do you handle this, man? This part of the game is annoying. This part of it is annoying. How do you handle that? You got, especially because you got a wife and you got children. I always think about how my wife and kids handle stuff like that. How do you handle this part of it,
bro? One, I fucked up. I said some shit I shouldn't have said.
Okay.
So a scammer, one, I'm not a scammer. I said bank fraud, whatever. Taught somebody how to do fraud on the whatever on the podcast. I said a clip that I shouldn't have said.
Got you.
2019, 2020. It's been 4 years. Cool. That's the mistake that I made. What happens is that you can't find, so when they say scammer is somebody who takes something from somebody. You pay somebody for something, they don't give it to you. You can't find nobody who ever say I took anything from them. You can't find people that's really unsatisfied with what they bought from me. So what I look at is that now you get online, but then at first it bothered me because I'm like, I need to fight this off. But then what I realized is that the people will be able to identify, if they have any sense, that it's one or two people who attack me. It's not a conglomerate of the world attacking me. It's one or two people who attack me, and that's it.
So you're trusting in a consumer to have a good ring.
Like I said, I separate people because if you can't understand and identify who I am, if you can't look at my track record, if you can't look at my students, if you can't look at the people I've actually taught and see what I've been able to do, what I've been able to produce, and see that you can't find people saying, oh, he did this to me. Then this is, oh yeah, okay, he said some shit that he probably shouldn't have said out loud. Oh yeah. Oh, he said something that it's white people on YouTube teaching it, but he didn't repeat it, some shit he said. And
right.
Okay, but it's out there, millions of people
doing it, but because you said it.
But what I realized is that I have a big platform. And I have a responsibility. And now with my responsibility is to go, you think 2019, I didn't have a huge platform. I was talking to 5-10 people. I'm just like sharing stuff that I knew and things and you're not realizing. And I'm 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? 27 years old. And it's like, yo, you have to realize that when you say things that it does affect other people, and it how can this negatively affect other people? You can't only look at the positive side. And that's what I had to realize, that you can't only look at the positive side of how it affects people, but is there a negative side that this can affect people? And I go, damn, I never thought about that. And so for a certain part, I take account, and that's why I'm thankful for it. Right. Because I like to see, okay, I didn't think that way or see it that way. So when it's identified, I go, I'm not going to neglect it or deflect it and argue with you about it. You got that? You got that. I got to grow from that. And that's what I had to do. And then that's why I went through and got like different attorneys to go through and kind of go through everything stuff. Yeah. I did the same thing too, bro. Yeah. And so now it's like, okay, now we good. But the thing about a scammer is somebody that takes something from somebody. They go, oh man, he told people how to do bank fraud. Did I lie?
Did I lie though? That's crazy. Yeah. I mean,
y'all call it that, but shit, did I lie? Did I tell a motherfucker something that was a lie? I ain't lied to a motherfucker yet.
Did that, I'm not saying I got called out on anything, but when I watch other people, I watch what they go through. And you know what it makes me accidentally do, but I make sure I try not to do it? Gatekeep. Right? Because I want to give people the information. When I learned about funding, I ran back to my people. I was like, yo, if you got an LLC and good credit, they giving 50 bands, no cap. Yeah. When I say that, people are like, it's cap. I'm not capping. You got good credit. Somebody give you 50,000, and that's one bank. You go to 2 or 3, you up $150. Now I gotta say, Make sure you have a business plan. Make sure you have what you're going to do with the money. Because if I just say that, I look crazy on Instagram, right? But I can go get somebody with good credit, $150 right now, just at 3 banks, 1 inquiry. We know the play.
Yeah.
But did you start to gatekeep? And is it necessary for people at a certain level to gatekeep?
It gets to a point where you can't be the savior anymore, because it starts to be a thing where your downfall equals other people's success. So you get to a point where you can make a name. People can make a name
off of taking you down,
off of being attached to you. Can't be not known for anything else but being attached to you, or attached to other people who've learned how to make a name for themselves.
Right.
No matter what good they've done, you get little people who now just go, well, I just don't like you. And another thing is that if you think about this, you affect and you help hundreds of thousands of people watching you on YouTube. They tuned into you.
Yeah.
What percentage of those people don't like you? Automatically, there's a disconnect with my personality, my flashiness, my skin tone. He got a gastric sleeve, or he's fat. Is this? There's gonna be something that people automatically disconnect with. Oh, man, dark skinned dude, man, I hate bald head dudes. Like, so you automatically get people who disconnect from you. There's a group of people who don't like you already.
Period. No matter what you do.
The bigger you get, the bigger the group of people who don't like you is. All it takes is somebody to give them a place to go hang out. When they're separated, they don't have nowhere to go hang out.
Right.
They don't matter. But it's like, well, why don't you like them? Oh, I just don't. You see what I'm saying? Because it is. Do you know him? No. Man, you heard what he said? Oh, that's fake. The thing is, man, their life they live is fake. They're lifestyle marketers. They just want to take advantage of the black community. By bringing resources and information and showing you what's possible, I built an 8-figure business. I'm not telling you how to do something I never did. I built an 8-figure business. I know what it's like to overcome and have to deal with these kind of traumas and these kind of hurdles of having money, family, personal life, society. So many things come with this. Just from those experiences alone makes me an asset to every single black person on the come up. Right.
But bro, scamming is a real thing, right? It is a real thing on internet. And what I tell my my executors and my mentees is, I was like, listen, our people, we get sell hope a lot, and because of that, because we don't have, and so it's easy to get us, right? So I tell them this. I was like, listen, I got a Corvette. I really post it. I got Rolexes. I got presidentials. I really post them, right? But I have them. I teach people this is how you get them, right? Yeah. And I tell people, hey, this is how you don't get scammed. If I'm always posting my Rolex and telling you to sign up for my mentorship, I'm probably scamming. I tell people this though, my mentees are my receipts.
Yep.
So that's why I screenshot the Facebook group. It's literally hundreds of screenshots. I'm like, yo, somebody got 50,000. Somebody bought a house. Somebody got a 7-figure business. I retired my 5th person in my group. Like, my mentees are my receipts right now. How do you combat that?
So when it comes to, it's a lot. I like the mentees and you're like as your successor, those are your receipts. So before that, you said about the lifestyle and like somebody who's showing this, right?
Yeah. How do you not get scammed? How do people not get scammed?
What I wanted to go into was, I don't know if people are scamming people on purpose.
What you mean?
Ignorance is bliss.
Okay.
Who taught them how to teach? They're adapting to something that is new. So you get a lot of people, and this is dangerous because you get a lot of people who are like, oh, people are making money doing this. It's just like when people are selling dope. You got people who did very well at selling dope. They knew how to go and cook dope and made it to where it worked. You got some people who didn't know what they was doing. It's either bad or it killed people.
Right.
But They didn't want to kill people.
They wanted to make money.
They wanted to make money how other people were making money without guidance. Now the problem is black people are now going into the financial sectors, financial literacy, into banks, understanding credit, understanding business structures and trust and these things like that. And we don't have years of experience. So you look at it and now it's becoming a thing where it's cool to do. So you got a lot of people who are they're duplicating and emulating what they see, and they're not studying the fact that, okay, how do I create, if I do see if people need help with their credit, I do see people need help with funding, I want to go help people. And because I know I can make money doing it. You can. But did you take the time to set up your program the proper way for the actual consumer? Or did you only think about it as the provider of how much money you can make? That's where the scamming comes into place, because you did not think about the consumer. You didn't think about the person you were looking to sell to. You thought about yourself because you seen other people doing it and said, well, I'm just going to sell them this. This is valuable. This is what they want. Yeah. But you didn't realize you ain't got no customer support. You don't realize that they doing live coaching calls. They got all these other things that come with it. You didn't realize that you couldn't answer their questions when they come back because you bought somebody else's course or somebody else's documents and just sold it to them. That's where it comes into a point, because people are trying to be smart, but people are trying to be entrepreneurs and business owners. But now you get duplicators. Right. That's the bad part. It's like, I look at people and go, did you have a bad intent? Did you sell somebody something and not give them nothing? Or did you sell them something and didn't know what to do once they bought from you?
Yeah, you gave it another level. I never thought about that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's another. What are your true intentions?
Was the intention bad? Now, if somebody buys something from you and you give them nothing, it's a scam.
You're a terrible person, right?
You're a piece of shit. Or you know you got something that's bad, that's not that great, and you just like, oh, well.
I'm going to sell it anyway.
But they think, oh, man, they look online and they see the content. Herm said, here go 12 banks for bad credit. Here, I got a 12 credit guy for bad credit. Right. I'll give it to you for $9. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't give them, once I sold them that, I also gave them X, Y, and Z and opportunities to come and build with me, to build their credit, and gave them resources and these other things. And now when they buy or they join my program for $1,000 mentorship, there's so much more that I can do than you can. You don't got customer support.
No, none of that. Yeah.
And it's just like
infrastructure of it all. You know, what Myron Golden said, he's like, especially when you guys are starting business, focus on the transformation of your customer instead of the transaction. Because when you focus on the transformation, you've built a long-term client. Because when you're taking care of them, they're always going to take care of you in return. So like my mentees, they come for free, then they turn subscription, then they go into VIP days with me for $10,000, and then, all right, what else you got, Herm? Because I've walked them through the process, and I've got a trusted client that we've expanded on. And in terms of the scamming thing, I tell people again, you have to check the receipts of the person that's doing it. That's number one. And number two, when people say such and such scam, you know what I also asked them? I was like, well, how they scam? Well, I got this and it didn't work. And I always tell people this: if you didn't execute, because I tell people, I'm gonna give you the information. The execution is on you, right? So, I did the credit repair letter and it didn't work. Well, how many times did you use it? I sent the one out. Well, you usually takes 2 or 3 times, and there's like 7 different strategies to fix credit, not one. And I tell people all this. I'm sorry I made it look easy on Instagram, but it's really hard, right? It's really hard, like to buy a $50,000 watch. It's hard. It's hard to maintain $150,000 Corvette because the brakes is $3,000 and the oil change is $1,500. I'm sorry I made it look easy. I apologize. Fixing credit and funding people is hard. It's hard. It's not as sweet as I make it look. But what did you do with the information that I give you? Did you study it? Did you follow up? Did you ask questions? Because I got the customer service. I got the Facebook group where people are doing it 100 times, but you get on there on your bullhorn and says it's a scam. But I was like, bro, this is why I post receipts every day. I got 100 people that said it worked. Yeah. Maybe it's you.
That's why I separate my price points.
You're right.
Because that person who spends $100, $200, and I learned that even with the $97 a month, they're looking for a hope factor.
A hope factor, yeah.
They just like, I pray this this is my savior.
Yeah.
And they got more time to be sitting there being angry than actually doing the work, being happy or being optimistic of like, let me make this work. Let me make this investment work. When people come in and invest a few $1,000s, they like, let me make this work for me.
Yeah.
I'm about to make this work for me. I'll make this investment. I'm gonna make it work for me. So I look at that, but I challenge people. And one of the biggest reasons why I challenge people in this space now is that don't be discouraged to educate people. It's never been cooler than it is now to be smart. Before now, they say, oh, everybody talking credit and doing their LLC. And okay, well, before, what do we talk about? Sports.
Right.
Comedy. Entertainment, rap, that's the joke.
That's it. Right, exactly.
So who we got? Actors, you say black icons. Okay, who you got? Sports and entertainment.
Right, sports and entertainment.
It's not Robert F. Smith. It's not Don Peoples. People like, who is that? What do they do?
What do they do?
They're disconnected. They're disconnected. They disconnected from our culture, right? So for the people who are connected to our culture, who do we got to look up to that actually helps us when it comes to finances?
Right.
Farrakhan, but other than Farrakhan as a leader, what other great leaders now that are culturally relevant that's still working and understanding social media? You get a lot of these dudes that be old haters and don't understand cultural relevance in social media, and then they be mad at the young kids.
Right.
And they like, well, not even the young kids, people like us, the younger generation who understands social media, instead of coming down and bringing in the infrastructure, they like, oh, y'all doing it wrong, or y'all too flashy. This is us. If you got something that we don't have, bring that infrastructure down to help us, because we now have cultivated a culture to where people want to learn about their credit. Right. People want to understand how to go to the banks and get funding. They want to understand how to operate and run their own business. They want to feed themselves. We have their attention. This is not a time to divide and say, oh, let me be the leader. I want to be number one, or y'all doing it wrong. Let me expose you. No, it's okay. How do we get together and make this as strong as possible? How do we all win and continuously move forward to where the culture and the whole community wins?
Right. Facts.
As a collective, because it's never been as cool. We know what an LLC is. They know what banks is and inquiries. And before we know that, all we know is rap songs.
Rap songs, yeah. And now we rapping about financial literacy. It's crazy. I want to wrap up real quick, but I can't. I'll be remiss if I don't bring up your family. Okay. Because that's something else you built that you should be proud of. 100%. Your beautiful wife, T, your beautiful girls. That's one thing that we got in common. Yeah. My wife always has this joke, right? She's like, I didn't marry Haitian CEO. She's like, I married Herman. When I got married, bro, I was an unemployed social worker. Like literally walking down the aisle, I didn't have a job. Right? I got fired like 2 weeks before that. You know what I'm saying? Because the grant money ran out. My lawyer friend told me this. She's like, you only make as much as your clients do. So I was a social worker. My clients didn't make no money, so I make no money. So her watching this is crazy. I remember when I was at a Recession Proof conference. I want to say it was in Georgia, one of them. And it was the first one she came to. It was on your stage, and she was backstage, and she watched me speak for the first time in front of thousands of people, because I used to just go on the road. I was like, oh, I gotta go teach. And she's like, all right. Yeah. And then when she saw it, and we could not, I remember telling me, you told me, he's like, Herman, you need security. I was like, nah, I'm cool. I could not get from the door to backstage. I couldn't do it, right? It was almost impossible.
Was it Miami?
God, it wasn't Miami, bro.
Was it Tabernacle?
It was before Tabernacle. You had a plaid blue suit on. I remember like it was yesterday. It was definitely Atlanta though. I couldn't remember. Okay. But so she saw me for the first time, and she's like, wow, this is crazy. This is what you do. I'm like, yeah, this is what I do. She's like, this is unbelievable. I'm like, yeah. So this social media thing became a little bit more real to her. So she started to appreciate what Haitian CEO is and the lifestyle that comes with it. I bring that to say, right? Because we got a little spicy. Yeah. So there's a lifestyle that come with this, and the ladies be around, and it gets kind of goofy. How does T handle that with you?
We ain't had no issues.
You ain't no issues? She not a jealous person. It is what it is.
Nah, bro. I don't deal with women like that. The crazy thing is like, we ain't, it's never been weird things, but the respect level is always, like, for me, I've always got so much respect from women, and then they like my wife. So they be building relationships. Like,
Got you.
so it's always a thing of like, yo, like where's your wife at? Like, yeah. I see you, but where your wife at?
That's interesting.
Cause I could talk to her.
Right.
You mean, or like, you know, a little standoffish.
Right.
And I'd be like, I be thinking like, yo, I'm not mean, but like, I'm not the one that, you know, I don't overly exert myself to nobody, men or women. I am not. You see, you know,
facts.
We be around. I talk to you.
Yeah.
We be somewhere. We talking. I'm talking to who I'm really comfortable with.
Yeah.
I'm all the way comfortable. If not, I'm in mode. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what it be. And so we never really had those issues.
Type of issues. I love it. All right, to wrap it up, bro. What's next for Him500? What's next for Recession Proof Capital? You building out a crazy brand right now. What's next that you can talk about right now? Because I know you always got something behind the scenes, bro.
Yeah.
What you got next?
So honestly, you know, just getting back right now, I want to get back with the community. I want to get back with my members. Building out Recession Proof Capital. I got the Biz Owner Emporium. We got Vomos doing some amazing things. A few other little entities that I got that's moving. But the biggest thing is like I want to get back outside. Like I've been feeling unsatisfied of like not being outside, getting back outside, coaching and curating my events and doing everything that I do. So that's what it is now. It's just getting back outside events and stuff like that.
When you gonna write a book? You think you're too young to write a book?
Nah, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, the story's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Okay.
It's on the way.
Okay. I love it. Marcus Barney, Him500. I know your time is super valuable for you to give me more than an hour. I think it's the longest podcast I've ever done. Bro, I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Listen, this Haitian CEO, thank you for tapping in for another amazing episode of the Execute Podcast. I'll talk to you soon.